New at 5, a renewed push for more trauma centers in Chicago. One congressman says there are not enough in the city, so he has created a new bill to get more money to build them in the places that need it the most. ABC 7's Leah Hope joining us live outside the University of Chicago Medical Center with more on this effort. Leah.
Cheryl, currently there are 7 trauma centers in the Chicago area. University of Chicago is not one of them for adults, but there had been a push and some discussion recently about asking University of Chicago to seek that level 1 status. At this point, we understand that that is not a reality. We're told the hospital is at capacity and is overwhelmed, currently serving the patients that it does. However, a U.S. congressman is hoping that more federal funds will encourage some Southside hospital to step up. Jackson Park Hospital sees 25,000 patients come through its ER each year. It's a community hospital like others on the south and southwest sides of Chicago. But a patient with a gunshot wound typically needs a Trauma 1 medical center that could be miles away.
Travel times to trauma centers must be reduced.
Today, Congressman Bobby Rush proposed the Trauma Act to get federal money for Trauma 1 centers in areas with many gunshot wound patients.
The #1 trauma desert in the United States is the south side of Chicago.
A trauma surgeon at Northwestern University Hospital studied travel times for gunshot wound patients. This map shows shaded areas with patients who had to travel more than 30 minutes. Another study shows a higher mortality rate for gunshot wound patients who were more than 5 miles from a Trauma 1 center.
A gunshot wound to the abdomen that injures the iliac artery is something that's potentially survivable, but there is a definitive time that you need to address before there's been too much blood loss.
Some share personal experiences today and their hopes for other options on the south side. In May, Kevin Ambrose was shot at 47th and Prairie. The college student died at Stroger Hospital on the near west side. His friend says they actually beat the ambulance to the hospital that day.
Other youth that's losing their lives to gun violence and the lack of trauma centers. Those are our future doctors, lawyers, police officers, musicians.
It affects all of the families in our community. You know, it changed your life when you lose someone. It changes you completely. So imagine what it does to a community.
Now, the bill that has been introduced asks for $100 million, but all parties seem to agree that that $100 million would be just a start. There would be a need for ongoing commitment, for ongoing federal funding for anyone to start a level 1 trauma center. What's also interesting is that just around the corner, there is a level 1 pediatric trauma center here at Comer Children's Hospital. Dr. Crandall actually studied that impact and did find that pediatric gunshot patients here on the south side have much shorter travel times to a level 1 trauma center. Reporting live from the Hyde Park area, Leah Hope, ABC 7 News. Back to you, Ron.
All right, thanks, Leah.